look at you.
I expected you this one.
Hi, you have changed.
Hi. A lot, huh?
In a good way. How are you
Oh,
doing?
that's great. I'm doing great. How about you?
You look great. First of all, you look great. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Hi, everyone.
Y-
Thank you,
You
thank
know,
you.
I've missed you. And I've been, I do follow you. And I was just like, where is this guy? So, but I'm happy because by the look of it, you've been working on yourself. And that's the best thing to do.
You got that where I was now.
Tell me, what have you been doing? Let's
Nothing,
change,
just loving
let's,
myself.
let's change the subject. Where have you been? What have you been doing? You look great. Tell me about your self-love,
Thank
first
you.
of all.
Oh, that's thank you. My Valentine Day is successful now. I got a
Oh,
compliment.
yes. I totally forgot. Happy Valentine's Day. You know, it's hi guys. It's one of my favorite like holidays. I don't know, because first of all, I don't think you need a day to celebrate love.
Okay.
I'm all about love.
Agree.
Every day is Valentine's Day to me. I wake up in the morning, I look at myself in the mirror, and I say, "Hi, love. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you. What can I?" And I'm not joking. Every day, I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "I love you. What can I do for you today?" And we
Great.
talked about it last time. It's really important when you see yourself, you truly see yourself, and you can separate you from you. And when you can separate the soul you, the heart you, the one that you have to love, the one that you have to find, the one that awakes actually, and the human you, when you can separate these two from each other and at the same time combine them, like align them together, that's where self-love comes. And as crazy as it might sound, I suggest all of you that are listening, get into the habit to talk to yourself. Look, every time when you look into the mirror, we are always looking for I love you too, guys. I love you too. When we look into the mirror, we always looking for a confirmation. We always look and see, oh, do I look good? My makeup is good, my clothes is good, right? We never look for ourselves. So what I suggest to do today, from today, when you look into the mirror, look for yourself. And yes, it sounds crazy. Yes, it's weird in the beginning, but one thing about me, I will never tell you something that I haven't done myself. I'm my original client, and whatever I preach, I live by it. So, and there are, even for me, that I make a living. I've made a living out of loving myself, basically. I have a business out of loving myself, right? And what's better than that? Even for me, that it's my business, it's my job to love myself. There are times that I forget. There are days that I forget. And those days when I forget, in the middle of the day, I found out that there's something is not right. And then I know that I'm disconnected from me, and right away, I find a mirror. Sometimes I go into Starbucks restroom and I find a mirror and I go and I look at myself and I see myself. I look into my own eyes and I try to find that Elaheh that is inside me, right? So again, this is the first step of loving. In order to love yourself, you have to find yourself. And in order to find yourself, you have to look for yourself. This morning on my other account, every morning when I wake up, I post something, and it's basically my head journal. The moment I wake up, sometimes I hear something, because I do a lot of lucid dreaming. Sometimes I hear something and I wake up with it. Today, what I heard was, the longest journey is always the one to yourself. And I woke up, I opened my eyes and I was like, what is this? Why is this in my head right now? And I was like, I want to post it and I don't want to post it. And again, I do it for myself because I want to keep record of all these things. And it got me thinking. It really got me thinking, where did that come from? you know. And I've been going through so much lately. We all do, you know, we all are dealing with so much things, right? But sometimes I feel I've become multidimensional because I'm so in touch with everything. When I get out of touch of something, it magnifies in my head, right? So I was dealing with something personal this few days, and it got me thinking, truly, God, if you believe in God, universe, angels, spirits, whatever, source, we were born with this system that loves us unconditionally. You love you unconditionally. And it took me decades to get to this point that I really don't need anyone to love me. I don't need anyone to love me to make me feel good, right? So always pay attention to that. The longest journey is always, thank you guys for joining. The longest journey is to yourself, but it's a journey worth taking. And whoever you are, wherever you are, if you're listening to this, because I believe it will find you, it will find anyone that needs to hear it. Take today. Today is day of love, is love day, but every day is. But today, love yourself the way you love your lovers. Love yourself the way you want to be loved. And just start from today. That's step one. Now you tell me. I'm dying to know what you've been up to.
No,
You
it's
look
about
really good.
so.
No, really, you look really good.
Thank you,
So
thank
tell me
you, thank you, thank you.
tell me your skin secret.
Nothing, just loving myself.
Good, good.
So it's been I know the days have been changed. Quite a long days we met now. So these days I've come up to a different world. Okay, started to love myself. Started to explore things. Things have changed again,
I know.
and
It
that's the reason
evolves.
different.
You're glowing, you
It
know. You
works.
know, it works. Of course, it works. You know, and the thing is, let me tell you, as you evolve, as we all evolve, and when you get into self improvement, self development, time doesn't matter. There is no such a thing. Time is a human made, man made thing. Time doesn't matter. When you're in present moment, everything is infinite. So when you get into loving yourself, when you get into being present with yourself at all time doesn't mean anything. That's why everything starts to happen really fast, right? Everything, like you go back, you look at back and you see, like in the last, for example, 6 months, like 6 years has happened to you, right?
Yeah, somewhere. So what? Just coming to one basic important question. What I always feel that okay, is self-love a feeling? Is love, self-love is a feeling or not? What it is?
You know, we are, as humans, we are feeling creatures, right? Everything, you know, what we think, you know, again, we are, so I believe that we are souls in a human body. I'm a machine with a soul. That's what I say. This woman that you see, to me, is just a machine. I'm a soul,
Okay.
and my soul feels. We are feeling creatures. Yes, self love is a feeling, right? But getting to self love, it has steps by steps and step. That's why you learn. That's why I teach self love. That's why I teach happiness. Happiness is a feeling, but there is a system to it, because everything, as humans, since this is a machine works with systems. So as a former programmer, I always say I was a UX unicorn. Now I'm just a unicorn. So as a user experience, as a programmer, as a designer, former, everything in a machine is a program, is a system, right? So in order for us, in order to work, in order to get to the, nothing is more like one person once told me, how can you be so spiritual and so sexual at the same time, right? That was the question, because I was talking about masturbation, which I do. I talk about human masturbation, right? And it got me thinking, first of all the pleasure of the spirit goes through this human body. Without this human, the spirit won't even matter. The same thing, without the spirit, this body doesn't matter. I lived there. I've lived for the pleasure of my body, and that didn't work. And there are people who live for the pleasure of the soul and they forget the body. No, there is a balance. There is a balance, and that's why, yes, love is a feeling. Self-love is a feeling, but self-love is a technique that you use to get to that feeling, right? How do you love yourself? How do you start? Like, this is a question that people ask me all the time. How did you start loving yourself? What happened to you? What happened to you? How do you start loving yourself? So today, again, I shouldn't be talking about this, but I will, because today is the love day and we should talk about the beauty of the love. But I want to talk about the darkness of the love, not love itself, what we put on the love. Most of us go about our life loving people for love, for love, I love you because I want you to love me. I love you because you're doing this for me. Doing things for love, right? We do things for love. That's why we stay into a relationship. Why relationship? We let our family, our mother, our fathers, our people that are closest to us walk all over us, and we call it love. We won't stand up for ourselves because we say in our mind, in order to keep ourselves trapped, in order to keep ourselves where we are, we blame it on love. Oh, I cannot leave my mother because she loves me. I love her. That will destroy her. So I let her be mean to me. I let her abuse me verbally or physically or whatever. Or I personally was in this relationship for almost a decade. And the love that I had for that person was gone year 2. I stayed in a relationship 8 more years. Someone like me. I wasn't this person before, right? I told this woman. Why? Because every day I could have left, but every day I kept myself there because I was a coward, and I blamed it on love. And I blamed it on love. Oh, I love this person. Oh, this person will love me. Oh, we love each other. What? And in my head, again, because your head will trick you. Your head, the job of your brain is to keep you in your comfort zone, which is not comfortable at all, right? So I would tell myself, if I leave, I will destroy this person. What would my mother think? What would my father say? What would my brother say? Oh, this person thinks we love each other. I failed in love, right? So I'm doing, in my head, I was doing everything for that person for love, in the name of love, in my head, but it was never out of love. Never. And I'm not the only one. We all do this to some extent. Why? Because there is this broken little kid inside all of us that is love deprived, that is ignored. By who? By ourselves. Not our partners, not our mother, not our father. Yes, our parents' job, they did it basically, but they did it without even knowing, right? Your job as a grown-up, okay, I get it, till 25, till even, I give you even till 30. Go blame it on everyone else. But when you hit 30, you cannot blame your miserable life on your parents. Your job as a grown-up, as an adult, is to sit with yourself and find that little broken person and get her or him to forgive you, to see you. That's the first step. That's what happened to me. I lived a miserable life. Way before I even entered that relationship, I was miserable, but I didn't know. Now I know, because now I go back and I look And I'm very, very honest with myself, hence with you all, because that was my promise to begin with. I will always be honest with myself. And the honesty was that I was broken, I was miserable, and I picked, that's what we do. We pick the perfect person to hold us back, and we call it love. And most of the time, it's always, we blame it on love. But when you love yourself, when you really forgive yourself and you love yourself, I love you because I love you. Not because you love me, not because you're nice to me, not because I need you. I love you. You become love, right? And the deeper you go into it, to be honest with you, even I recently felt that I'm completely healed. I set up to heal myself, and I did. And now it's time for me to evolve, and I am evolving. But the deeper you get into you, the deeper you sit with yourself, you find that there are scars deeper, way deeper than you think even existed. But the beauty of it is, for me, for example, is that I have the tools. And even if I don't have the tools, I have a mentor. That's why you need a coach. That's why you always need someone to be objective. You know, recently I got in touch with my mentor, and we were talking because I wasn't talking to her for like 6-7 months. And I didn't need it. I didn't feel the need. But now when I got back, and I was just like, how did I forget? I'm a coach. I believe in coach. I coach people. Why did I forget? So, and I'm sharing this with you because even for a person like me, and I keep myself in a very high standards, even for a person like me, I forget sometimes. And we need someone. We all need someone. It doesn't need to be a professional coach. It might be, I believe in professional coaching because if you go to your sister, if you go to your best friend, we are all biased. We all have biases, yeah? So we cannot, I personally wouldn't want to, not, I won't say trust, but a coach is always the best option because he or she is not biased. There is no, there's no emotional, it is, but there's no emotional history between the two of you, right? So to answer your question, love is a feeling. Self-love is a feeling. But in order to really feel it, in order to get there, you need a system, like anything else in life. And that's what I teach.
Yeah, that's great. I understood now what is self-love is. I was having a very good confusion. Okay, so how do one stop craving for love, like from others? Like we all have tendency, okay? Like we look love outside. Someone should love me. My father should love me. My mother should love me. My girlfriend should love me. Okay, I should have a good company of my friends to love me. How one stop craving for love from others rather than being like we do that multiple times. It's been me also. It's been sometime you also. It's been people near me also. How one should stop craving for love from others?
That's what I was saying. We do stuff for love, right? That's craving. Again, is because that little kid inside of us is broken, and we all of us go look outside for love. I have news for you. There is nothing outside of us. Nothing. Nothing has meaning unless you give that meaning to it, right? Again, there is no certain way, there's no way to just stop. But the system that I teach, again, what I believe in is to don't do anything. Give up. Give up. Not give up on your desires, not give up on your dreams, give up on your struggle. And it is hard. Believe me, I know, I've been there, but you just have to say, it's just like you have to know yourself. Again, know this, the moment you get into the habit of craving love from outside, you get into the habit of pleasing people. When you go and you look for love outside yourself in other places, is when you become desperate, right? You become desperate for other people's attention. And the moment you stop, which it doesn't happen in a second, it happens gradually. And the more you get into it, the better you become. Is a mastery, is an art of mastery. And it just like, it doesn't happen overnight, but it's a repetition. It's something that you do over and over and over and over again. And I do this because I teach it based on with this. I actually teach it this way. So the technique that I use, let's say you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that doesn't love you the way you want him or her to love you, or parents, or anyone. You can use this with anyone. Whenever anyone around you do something that hurts you, because the moment we get hurt, we want to react. The moment you want to react, and that means you have to be really aware of yourself. But the first thing is, the moment you want to react, you do this. You stop yourself. Stop it. Just stop.
Okay.
If you're sitting, get up. If you're lying down, get up. If you're standing up, sit. If you're inside, go out. Drink a glass of water. Take a walk. I teach it this way. Around your place, let's say there's a coffee shop, right? Or a park or whatever. Pick a spot that is 2 minutes from where you live. Okay? 2 or 3 minutes. While you stop yourself, you get up, you sit. If you're at work, it's okay. Get out of your office, go find the stairs. I don't know, get out. Take 5 minutes for yourself. It's just like 5 minutes. Walk and walk back. While you're walking to that place and walking back, ask yourself, what is it that is bothering you? Why are you feeling the way you're feeling? Let's say I want my boyfriend to text me. He didn't text me. 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours. You have waited, right? You waited, but now you just gonna explode. Again, it's okay. Why is it? How does it make you feel? Drop from your head, because the first reaction is always anger or hurt, right?
Yeah.
We get angry. Why isn't he doing what I want him to do? Why isn't he pleasing me? Why isn't she pleasing me, right? That's selfish. That is selfish. That is the most selfish thing and selfish reaction you can have, because you want so